You wake up before the alarm, not because you're disciplined, because stress trained your nervous system to patrol the dark. The room smells like detergent, wet drywall, cheap coffee crystals. You check your bank account before your eyes fully open. $43.17. You calculate breakfast like a military operation. 2 eggs today means no Uber tomorrow. Your phone battery sits at 12%. So do you. You learn the geography of discount stores, the timing of yellow clearance stickers, the exact sound your landlord's footsteps make outside the apartment door. You stop buying things for joy. Everything becomes a math problem. The bus brakes hiss in winter rain. Your shoes leak through the soles. Your stomach tightens every time your card touches a payment terminal. Insufficient funds! That phrase rewires your personality. You become polite, careful, small. Because poverty is not just financial, it's behavioral conditioning. You apologize before speaking. You fear emergencies more than death. 1 cavity, 1 parking ticket, 1 missed shift. That's all it takes. You tell yourself this is temporary. Everybody does. Then the numbers change. Not dramatically, just enough to breathe without permission. $4,200 a month, direct deposit every other Friday. You buy groceries without checking every price. That feels obscene at first. You stop calculating gas mileage during left turns. You stop praying before swiping your card. The apartment gets quieter. You sleep through the night for the first time in years. Your body forgets war slowly. You buy matching plates, real towels, a mattress thicker than regret. People call this making it. It isn't. You're still trapped, just in a cleaner cage. Your boss can still erase your life with 1 email. Your healthcare still depends on corporate mood swings. Your freedom still has approval chains. But now you own distractions. Streaming subscriptions, Bluetooth speakers, weekend brunch. You confuse comfort with power. Most people stay here forever, not because they're weak, because stability is sedative. Then comes velocity. Your first real check changes nothing externally, but internally, everything fractures. A $27,000 commission wire hits your account at 2:14 p.m. You stare at the screen in silence. Your breathing changes. Because you finally understand the secret. Money is not about luxury. It's about removing humiliation. Now doors open faster. People return calls immediately. Managers laugh harder at your jokes. The same world that ignored you now performs for you. You move into a high-rise with floor-to-ceiling glass. The city glows beneath you like circuitry. You buy silence. Noise-canceling windows. Private gym access. Priority boarding. You stop waiting in lines. That's the first real drug. Not yachts, not watches. Access. You learn that wealth bends time itself. A poor man spends hours solving problems. A rich man spends money to erase them before breakfast. Assistant handles it. Driver handles it. Lawyer handles it. Your inconvenience disappears. And with it, so does your tolerance for ordinary life. Now the machine recognizes you. Dinner reservations appear from nowhere. Hotel staff memorize your name. People study your face before speaking. You enter rooms through side entrances, black SUV, tinted windows, stealth wealth cashmere coat worth $6,400. Nobody mentions the price directly. That's how rich people communicate. Subtlety becomes violence. You learn the choreography of power. Long pauses, minimal reactions, controlled eye contact. The less emotional person controls the negotiation. You stop posting online. True wealth becomes invisible. The people around you change. Models, founders, athletes, predators wearing tailored wool. Everybody is networking. Even during dinner, especially during dinner, conversations become transactions with appetizers. You realize something uncomfortable. Nobody asks who you are anymore, only what you can provide. Now you no longer work for money. Money works in layers beneath you. A $410,000 carried interest distribution arrives while you're asleep. 3 properties appreciate simultaneously. Dividend notifications buzz during espresso service in Zurich. You stop checking prices entirely. First-class flights become physically uncomfortable. Then private terminals ruin commercial airports forever. You buy freedom from friction. Doctors come to your house. Meetings happen on encrypted calls from the back seat of a Maybach. Time becomes your main asset and your main enemy, because eventually you run out of things to purchase. The penthouse feels normal after 6 months. The watch becomes invisible after 2 weeks. Dopamine adapts brutally fast, so rich people escalate. Bigger deals, bigger risks, bigger islands, bigger distractions. But there's a silence underneath all of it, a dangerous one. Because once survival disappears, meaning becomes the emergency. This is where financial power stops looking luxurious and starts looking cold. You don't enter the economy anymore, you influence it. Politicians take meetings. Banks offer terms before requests. Media narratives soften around your name. Your phone contains people normal citizens will never access. Security teams scan restaurants before arrival. Contracts move markets. You realize wealth was never the highest level. Control was. The ability to shape outcomes without appearing on screen. Invisible gravity. At this level, nobody says rich. They say connected. You begin seeing society differently. Cities become assets. News becomes leverage. Public outrage becomes predictable weather patterns. And slowly, human beings become abstractions, units, metrics, liabilities. That's the final mutation. Money removes obstacles first, then consequences, then empathy. You sit alone in a penthouse 70 floors above the city. Italian marble beneath your feet, custom walnut walls, a $38,000 watch reflecting skyline lights. Everything is quiet, too quiet. No roommates, no creditors, no supervisors, no fear. That was the goal, wasn't it? The city below still screams for survival. Sirens echo through midnight traffic. Millions of people are still fighting for rent money. But you're insulated now, temperature controlled, soundproofed, digitally gated from ordinary reality. You won, completely. And that's when the final realization arrives. Every level of financial power solved a problem, then created a new form of isolation. At the bottom, nobody sees you. At the top, nobody sees the real you either. Only the utility, the leverage, the status. You spent your whole life climbing toward freedom, only to discover absolute financial power is just another room, a bigger one, with heavier doors.